Hi friends, welcome back. If you are new here, I'm Megan. I am a certified fitness trainer and I specialize in helping women with rheumatoid arthritis or any type of arthritis really, or just chronic joint pain in order to work around their limitations and achieve their fitness goals while also just learning to balance fitness for the long term and to feel better. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about how I worked around my knee pain when I first got started back into fitness after I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And as most of you probably already know, I have my knees are the joints that are most affected by my RA, and they're pretty much the biggest problem I had at the beginning as well. So this was definitely the biggest obstacle I think that I had to try to work around in order to manage my workouts, in order to get back into fitness safely and effectively. So the first thing I did was wear my knee braces while I was working out. And this, you don't necessarily have to wear knee braces. I think it really helped me be able to do a lot of the harder things without as much pain. And this is why I really stress to prioritize building joint stability before really progressing into a lot of the harder things, because you can build that internal stability around your knee rather than wearing a knee brace, because the stronger you can get your muscles surrounding your joint, they kind of act the same way as a knee brace and kind of give you that support and stability that you may need. But knee braces can kind of help to give you like that extra support if you need it, and there is absolutely no shame in wearing them. If you squat, if you do, cardio or whatever it is, like if it's going to help you be able to get better in the long term, then by all means, I think it's a wonderful tool to use. However, I don't recommend using them all day, every day, obviously, because that can kind of defeat the purpose. But obviously, it depends on your own condition. This is no, by any means, medical advice. So talk to your doctor and see what is best for your joints in particular. So the next thing is warming up before my workouts. This was such a game changer for me because it just kind of helps get the kinks out of your joints before you actually move into the workout. And what I would do is use the recumbent bike for about 5 to 10 minutes and just kind of work through any pain or stiffness or tightness before moving on to the rest of my lower body workout. So this is a helpful tool as well because it just helps to lubricate your joints. This is an idea you can use. It has been amazing for me when I first got started back into fitness. Now I don't necessarily have to do it, but it's still really helpful to just again, work around any kinks, because if you have rheumatoid arthritis and you exercise, you probably know that you have some days where pain is a little bit more during the beginning of your workouts, and you kind of have to work through it in order to get rid of it. So this is a helpful tool for that. Another thing is, this is the biggest one, slow tempo eccentric training. And I've talked about this a ton on my Instagram and in previous videos. But basically what this means is using a slow tempo during the eccentric phase or the lowering phase of an exercise. And you can do this during for any exercise or any body part, but right now I'm kind of more talking about your lower body and movements like squats or leg extensions or lunges and things like that. So basically how it works is, if you think of doing a squat, you want to be lowering into the squat at a very slow tempo, probably 2 to 3 seconds in actual seconds, not just counting super fast. But what this does is helps to put extra tension on your muscles for an increased period of time as you're lowering without putting as much pressure on your joints. Because as you lower and as you slow down the tempo and keep doing that, more muscle fibers are going to be activated, more of that impact is going to be on your muscle rather than on your direct joint. And it's just super helpful. There are a lot of studies that have shown people with rheumatoid arthritis and pain in their knees doing this type of training, and it has been shown to decrease pain over time. It has been shown to increase strength and range of motion. So this is a really, really helpful tool that can really, cause a lot, or can really result in positive things in the long run. This is something that helped me be able to run again without pain. So that is how beneficial this type of training can be. So if you are somebody who has knee pain or joint pain and you're getting back into strength training, I highly, highly recommend this because it helps so much. It's not painful, depending, you want to be using good form and everything. Modify if you have to, but definitely give this a try and let me know how it goes. Make sure to use lighter weight though when you're doing this type of training, because when you think about it, it doesn't seem as difficult, but then when you get into it, it becomes like really, really challenging. So make sure to use lighter weight or body weight if you're just starting. So to kind of go off of what I just talked about, the fourth one would be to start very light and modify your exercises. So if you, I've talked about modifications so much, but honestly, it's really important because you have to know that there are exercises, there are alternate exercises that you can do. You don't have to, just because a fitness program or a fitness routine says to do a specific exercise, doesn't mean you can't modify and adapt and make it work for you. Because modifications are not not indicative of failure by any means. It just means that you have to take a step back and do what you can do in order to get through the workout and get the benefits of the exercise itself. So examples of this can be squatting, so doing a half squat instead of a full squat. That is something that I used to do a lot. I also, at the very beginning, when I couldn't even, I didn't even think of doing a half squat, I would use the leg press at the gym, the seated leg press. So not like the hip sled, not super heavy, but I would wear my knee braces and do the leg press at the gym. And that was so helpful for me. That was a huge tool that I used in order to be able to actually manage squats later on. But don't be afraid to modify, do what you can do. If you keep focusing on the things that you're not able to do, then that's just going to set a negative tone for your fitness journey, and you're going to want to give up, and all you're going to see are things that you can't do. So focus more on what you are able to do in the moment, at your current time. And just because you have limitations now doesn't necessarily mean they're always going to be permanent as you go through your fitness journey. So just keep that in mind too, because exercise can really help to reduce your limitations. So also start light. Don't go all out, go heavy. This is especially geared towards those of you who were really into fitness before arthritis. And I'm one of those people as well. I tried to go as heavy as I did before I was diagnosed, and that just was not, my body was not having it. So make sure to start light and gradually progress. You don't have to start really heavy. You shouldn't start really heavy. You have to realize that your body has different limitations. And also, if you're doing slow eccentric training, you're going to have to start light anyways. So the next one is ice your knees after your workouts. This was something that I did after every single workout. So if you have knee pain and you're working out, make sure to ice or heat your knees. Use heat, use ice, depending on what is going to work for you, or you can alternate, do 10 minutes on each one. Also, CBD has been really helpful for me. I did not have CBD when I was first diagnosed, so better late than never, I guess. The last thing is to stretch and foam roll. So I've talked about this a lot before, but having tight muscles can actually cause more joint pain. And I'm not saying like stretching can fix all of your problems, but it can definitely help. Because when you work out, your muscles are constantly contracting, and that can cause muscle tightness after your workout because your muscles stay contracted in a shortened state. And that can actually pull at the joint that your muscles attach to. So, for example, if you have really tight quads or tight hamstrings, that can actually increase your joint pain or your knee pain and your knee stiffness. So you really want to make sure that you are stretching as much as you can to really reduce the inflammation and the stiffness that you may have. Again, this doesn't like fix all of your problems, but it really helps. And this is something that is like something I have to remember too, because a lot of times my pain comes from muscle tightness, and when I stretch it feels so much better. So make sure that you are stretching well after every single workout. Stretch before if you feel really tight, so that way you have good range of motion, you're using good form, and you're not causing any more pain or issues. And then foam rolling is super important as well to help relieve any muscle tension, muscle knots. It just feels amazing. So make sure to do that. You can do that on your quads, your outer thighs, your hamstrings. You can do it on a bunch of different body parts, on your back. It feels so good on your back, let me tell you. But yeah, those are my tips on working with your knee pain if you have rheumatoid arthritis and you're getting back into fitness. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this or what other kinds of content you want to see. Follow me on Instagram. Also, I do a lot more content on there if you want to learn more. I am also still taking one-on-one clients for fitness coaching. And that's basically to help you reach your fitness goals while working around your chronic joint pain at the same time. So teaching you how to implement fitness for the long term and balance your chronic condition. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.